Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get past without getting spotted. So he shoots it to the right and left, so I've got to think about this now. When's the best time to go? Probably now. I'll make my break for it, or at least to here.
To climb an obstacle, press the action button.
So yeah, as I told you before, in Metal Gear 3, you take out the boss and become Big Boss. Peace Walker, you're trying to figure out what you are. In fact, Peace Walker is pretty in depth, but I just can't remember every single bit of it now. But you do build your army, which is going to play a big part with this game and the next one. You spend so long building the team, you learn, and you spend a lot of resources and time and training.
There's a guard up there. If you're going to eliminate him, use a gun.
Have I got silencer? Yeah. One down. Okay, see what else I can get from here. This angle. It's worth just spotting the area out. Another guy there with the time, and just see, there's another guy over there. So if you mark them, then they stay on your map, and less likely you're going to get spotted because you can see them sooner. These little houses, they tend to have people in it, but not on that one. Okay, I can hear a truck. There's a truck. Just gotta be careful of these trucks. Dude, go up here. See if I can get a better view before I infiltrate the place. Don't want to get caught, but if you get caught, don't worry too much about it. Let's have a look. Might be a good way to use that. Anyway, I'm going to switch that off. See what else I can see. So yeah, parts I'll let you listen to some of the tapes. Pars was working undercover. Just play some of it. In fact, let me just play the first report.
November 4th, 1974. At the outskirts of Barranquilla, Colombia. Contact with Big Boss successful. Zadornov posed as my professor, but Big Boss took one look and knew he was KGB. However, he does not seem to suspect me. To him, I am just a peace-loving student and another victim of the CIA. We asked him to drive the CIA out of Costa Rica. To him, this means betraying his country. His forces are smaller than anticipated. They drift from place to place with nowhere to call home. That provided us an opportunity, so we seized it. Zadornov offered them a plant off the Costa Rican coast to use as a base. As expected, Miller jumped at the chance. Although initially reluctant, Big Boss came around when Zadornov played him the tape. All because the voice on it sounded like his mentor, the boss.
Okay, so exactly what happened there. This is a Peace Walker. All this stuff I'm about to show you now is all Peace Walker stuff. What happened was they didn't really have a place to stay, and they kept moving around. This is Cars, and this is Cars Miller, the one I told you about in Metal Gear 1, and basically it's Big Boss. They kept moving around from place to place, and just doing work, whatever, wet work for anybody really. And this guy called Zadornov and Paz turned up, and
Eyes open, boss.
the heck? She appeared. She's a little girl called Paz. Paz apparently means peace, and she posed as that peace-loving person. And Zadornov who had a prosthetic arm as well. At the time, Big Boss, and in fact right now I don't even have that, which is what happens in the next one. But Big Boss knew he was like some sort of military thing, and then he turned him away. But somehow they kept coming, they kept waiting, and they got convinced. He was convinced that that he would help for another purpose, which Snake brought the idea, and that he would also get a place to call home, and Kaz also listened to it and decided that's what they could do, and they did. They got this abandoned place and started building their own soldiers, not building, but like building their base and bringing, recruiting soldiers. And on the missions you did, you collected people along the way, which was pretty cool. And I'll play the next one. Actually, I might as well do bits of commentary on this because this would be really good to listen to.
Naked Snake, the man who once saved the world from the brink of nuclear war. Awarded the title of Big Boss for his service. He later became a mercenary, abandoning both his title and his country. To him, that honor was steeped in the blood of the boss, the mentor he was forced to eliminate. Exceptionally charismatic, he possesses unparalleled combat and intelligence gathering abilities. His only discernible weakness is her. This operation hinges on how effectively we can exploit that.
Okay, so yeah, I was just talking about Metal Gear 3, on how he was forced to kill the boss, and he no longer trusts or wants to work with the country, wants to be his own thing, and but you just heard the best part say it, so I'll play the next one as well. Don't think there's anything to comment on that.
This is the transmission we intercepted. Chico's call for help.
Snake, it's Chico. We need your help. Cypher's holding me on a U.S. military base in Cuba.
Not this, by the way. This is part of the Ground Zeroes. So yeah, you can hear that and you know it's a trap. I'll play that in a sec for you. In fact, let me just leave that for just 1 second. Yeah, listen to this. Oh, what? I've been spotted. Come on, shoot. Yes. Yes, nobody noticed.
I made it ashore. I'm in Cuba. Security looks lighter than I thought. I wonder where Boss is. East dark, but there are soldiers everywhere. Lots of choppers coming and going.
Yeah, you don't need to listen to all of it.
Time to get moving.
Just fast forward it a little bit.
They're holding others.
Yeah, basically, he goes after Paz, and the transmission that is sent to us. Yeah. You already heard some of it.
Some cages to the east of a big building. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
It's a setup.
We have no choice.
Yeah. If Chico talks, he could blow the nuke cover up. We can't hold off until the inspection's over.
When can we be ready?
It'll take at least 16 hours to confirm the flight path and prep a bird. The intel unit has started reconning the area.
Sounds like I'll have to miss the inspection.
Boss, we'll just have to send someone else to get them out.
No. I'll go.
Yeah. Chico and Paz would only take orders from you anyway. We can't go taking on those Marines at the base head on. It's gotta be off the radar, and it's gotta be you.
Hold down the fort, Cos.
CQC is infected. You can now either interrogate him, knock him out, or kill him. His life is in your hands.
Okay, so basically, it was the distress call from Chico. You could tell it was set up, but Snake decided to do it anyway. And let's go to the next one on this.
Kazuhira Miller is Big Boss's lieutenant. Half Japanese, half American. He once served in Japan's self-defense force. Though he and Snake first met as enemies, they discovered a common bond and together built their private army, with Miller directing business and administrative affairs. He comes off as shallow, but his true intent is hard to read. I must be careful. All that is clear is his infatuation with Big Boss.
Yeah, so yeah, that was pretty much just saying about cars, really.